Hi guys, this is Derek here from Pacific Coast Auto, taking a look at this Nissan Stagea with an R34 front end conversion done to it. Now, outside of Japan, this conversion is actually pretty well known, I guess you would say, because everybody likes the Skyline GTR and people think that it's pretty crazy that you can get one in a station wagon body. We actually get quite a few requests for this type of car, but they don't come up that often because not a lot of people do the conversion. It's not as simple as bolting on the fenders. You need to get an aftermarket company that specializes in the conversion, completely bespoke fenders, front bumper, and hood in order to fit it on there. And as far as I can tell, there's only one company that makes the kit, at least in the research that I did for this one. And so it is pretty cool. This is a WGNC34, and so you're still running a 34 chassis, so pretty cool. So let's take a look at this one. Now, the engine is an RB25 engine, which is the same engine that's in the non-GTR Skylines. You can get the Stagea with the GTR engine in what's called the 260 RS. This one's not a 260 RS, it's the RB25 engine. These engines put out between 250 and 280 horsepower. This one here is a 250 horsepower version of it. However, the car has been modified and we don't know exactly how much power that it's putting out. It looks like it's got exhaust, intake, clutch, and possibly a couple of other things, but we don't know all of the details of it. Okay, so the engine seems to run fine, AC is fine, clutch, coolant, oil, all of your stuff seems to be in great shape. Actually, the car is a little bit interesting in the condition that it's in because it looks like this was somebody's car project and they wanted to build up to the car to whatever their dreams were, and for whatever reason the dream had to die, and so it is in an unfinished state. The entire car is painted in a primer color. It looks like some of the bodywork is not finished on it yet, and it will need to have the bodywork finished and then the paint job done to it. What you get for this car is actually a lot of good stuff. No hood prop apparently, and so we've got wood hood prop. I'm gonna let this down carefully by dropping wood. Okay, and click this in. There we go. And then you can see the car in all of its glory. So really cool to have an R34 front end on a Stagea. Excellent. Now, probably if you want to buy one of these, it's going to be pretty hard to find one in auction because there just aren't that many that come up. If you're looking for any sort of sports car and one of these comes up and you're interested in it, then that's a lot easier way to get one. Anyways, let's go on to the auction sheet here, then I'll go over the condition of the car. And so this one bought from auction, here's seller's points and then the auction inspection points. This one is an auction grade 3 and I'll get into that a little bit more later. So a year 2000 Stagea 25 Turbo RS4S is what this one is. I don't know what the S on the end of that means. It's probably one of the trim levels. It's not a significant one though, because it doesn't look like it has anything outside of your regular RS4. I believe these are G35 wheels from the Infiniti or the Nissan Skyline here. Okay, interior C, 164, 259 kilometers. Now the interior looks way better than what these mileage would normally show, and so that's great. 5-speed manual transmission. I know it's an aftermarket clutch because it's very tight. The clutch seems to work fine. It may be a replaced linkages because it feels very tight as well. Originally silver, has been painted gray. Aftermarket R34 GTR mask. They say mask for front end conversion here in Japan. Front bumper, fenders, hood, side skirts, and rear bumper have all been replaced. Aftermarket air filter, purchased from the user, and this is the first time it's been in auction in the last 5 years, it says here. Color changed car. What does this say? Surfacer. Okay, so what they mean here is these doors usually have a line right here where it goes in, and then they put a piece of molded plastic to kind of act as your bumper guard. If you take a close look, you can see how that's been filled with body filler, and it hasn't been done well enough because it's got some cracks in it. There's one on the other side, and the auction sheet does mention this. That's a little bit bigger. see where the body filler is popping up. Okay, they also did smoothing on the roof rails. Usually there are roof rails and it's been taped over the holes, I guess in anticipation for finishing it one day, and then it never happened. And so hopefully the new buyer takes good care of the car and ends up finishing it. Okay, aftermarket front mount intercooler. I'll just give you a quick view of that. It's got a really cool piping cut right into the bumper. It's a good look. Lets people know that the car is a little bit more modified. Hood pins that are actually broken. They came broken from the auction. Hks Boost Controller. That's what EVC stands for. Aftermarket exhaust, adjustable suspension, front and rear. I don't know. It says front and rear maker something, but I don't know what it means. Have to check the translation of that one because that's something I can't read. Our translator would be able to read that. Okay, so OS clutch on it, boost gauge in the car, 35 Skyline 18-inch wheels. Hey, I was right. So the wheels are in fact from a Skyline. Haha. I actually wasn't the person who translated this originally, and so I'm going over this for the first time. Timing belt has been changed on the car. The dashboard has holes in it there to put extra gauges in, and the gauges have been removed. Steering wheel wear, headliner dirty, driver's seat saggy. Core support has been modified. Typically that's a modification done in order to fit a front mount intercooler. A little bit is cut out in order to fit the core of the intercooler. Exterior only has been repainted, so if you look under the hood and in the door jambs, it's not painted in there. The strut has some corrosion repairs. Actually, I'm going to pop the hood again to show you this, because on plenty of Nissans, this is a problem. Skylines, Silvias, Stageas. I'm going to show you what it means. Also, the Stageas strangely have a tendency to rust right here underneath the door mirrors, so watch out for that. Okay, take a look here. You can see kind of a gummy material on there that has been used to fix corrosion. So the corrosion was ground away, and then the paste was put in there to fill the hole. Looks like it could use, like if you were going to send this car to a body shop, I would get them to have a look over that, scrape it down, reseal it so that you don't have any problems in the future. And then at the same time, address a couple of other problems, like the side panels not being done properly. And if you take a close look here, this is made out of FRP, and the front bumper is FRP, and it has a tendency to come from the company not lining up properly. You can see here. And typically, like anyone who fits body kits knows that body kits tend to have to be mounted and then removed and cut, and then mounted and removed and cut, and it's a tedious process, and if you don't do it right, then you're gonna have panel gaps like you can see here. And this one, an experienced body shop can clean that up. You can kind of see it down here as well. And that's pretty normal as far as body kit fitment goes. Now over time the FRP also does warp a little bit, so this may have been on the car for some time. Anyways, back to what we have here. Underside surface rust, which is not really a big deal. Tonneau cover is missing, so that's in the trunk, a cover that hides your luggage, and various scratches, dents, and repairs. If you look at the body's completely clean except for the Y2, which I already showed you. And the front bumper has some cracks and scratches in it. So it's got a lip on the front. It's quite low. And let's see if we can find... Oh, that's flexible. That's lucky. Okay, can't seem to find those scratches or cracks. Alright, now I'm going to do once around the car. The exhaust sounds very deep and scary. There you go. Audio recorded isn't going to sound the exact same as what it does in real life. It's scarier in real life, just think about that. Rear wiper has been removed, and some Smart Alex stickers have been put on. I'll go show you those in a sec. Can barely fit it all in the frame there. But usually we don't have the car at this angle when we're doing the reports, but once again, too many cars, kind of can't help it. That's why I keep showing you this angle of the car. It's not because this is my favorite. Actually, the way that the sun hits it, it kind of makes this it look dark from this side. Okay, regular brakes, they say Nissan on them. The tires are in really good shape. By the looks of it, they're E4 markings, and so they will be legal. It's got the RS4 rear wing. This is the standard wing for the RS4 version. I'm sorry, 260 RS version, not the RS4 version. So it's a little bit more aggressive. Here we go, the car is fresh. Little trees. You can't buy little trees here unless you go to a specialty store. Make my car go faster, East Coast Customs, and have a nice day, with kind of a middle finger, but he's only got 3 fingers, and so I guess it still is his middle finger. Here's the back. It's quite clean in here. Plenty of room, and it's got handles here. Pull the handle and the seat flips forward. Ready? Yeah. Storage compartments in here. Oh, I don't know how to do it. It says push. Maybe those locks aren't lined up or something. I don't know. Okay, close that. Rear seats. Just gotta push this guy back up. Now the seats are adjustable, so look, it's really upright here, and then you can make it lie back as much as that. It's a nice little bonus there. The auction sheet didn't mention this, but there's a cigarette burn here in the seat. And it looks like the interior seats, front and back, have been changed to the RS260s, which are similar seats to the R33 Skyline. Not in the design, but the fabric. So take a look, it's got that spotted fabric. I believe these seats were only available in the 260 RS, but somebody in the comment section knows this car better than I do. And so, please let me know. Okay, of course, power windows, power locks, power steering. Although it would be pretty awesome if you could get this car without the power steering. You can see those gauges. 2 of them have been removed. This one here has no free CDs for you. This looks like it comes out somehow. How do we open that? Navigation unit here. This touch screen, although it won't work outside of Japan. This one here, you can watch DVDs if you want, but the TV won't work, like picking up regular broadcast TV. Close. Okay, looks like the car's been smoked in, but it doesn't smell bad inside. Kind of smells like air fresheners instead. Automatic climate control here. Tomei shift knob. Like I said, very tight. See that? Okay. Brakes feel good. Clutch feels stiff. And when you try to drive, it's like, whoa, we're going now. Okay. Now, we don't say the prices of the cars on the channel because that's private information for the people who actually bought the cars. And this car has already been bought, of course. But I will say that we got this car for basically about the same as you would get a regular Stagea without the front end conversion. Now, typically the front end conversion to the R34 will boost up the price a little bit, and you're probably looking at, somewhere around 700,000 yen for a good condition RS4 with the front end conversion. This one was considerably less than that, and probably a better deal than I was expecting. And so I think a good win on this one, despite the fact that it needs a little bit of work done to it. And glad to see that's the case. And so, if you have any questions, please let me know. We're going to be posting this on YouTube probably within about 5 days or so of putting this up. Customer, of course, gets their own set of included in the price pictures and videos and all that other stuff. But this one is bonus for YouTube. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, thanks a lot for watching, and have a nice day.